guys. I know it's been a while. Um, just wanted to come in here and start off with Leo's reading. This is going to be a general reading from September 7th. I know we're going back a little bit in time. It's going to be from September 7th through September 18th. And I do apologize for the delay. I was a little bit under weather with all the smoke we're having here in California. And yeah, and with my other part-time work and everything. But anyway, time is fluid, so it can resonate for you anytime before the 7th and then obviously leading up until the 18th. So I went ahead and pre-shuffled the cards here. So I'm just going to go ahead and tune into Leo's energy and we'll go ahead with your reading. All right. All right, hold on, you guys. I know some cards dropped. Okay. Let me try to not reshuffle, but make my fish pond. And then I'll go ahead and close my eyes and get two more cards for Leo. Thank you guys so much for being patient with me. Okay. Show me the cards I need to see for Leo's highest good messages for Leo for September 7th through the 18th. Messages for Leo's highest good for September 7th through the 18th. Messages for Leo's highest good for September 7th. Okay. Let me clear this out of the way. 1 second here. Hopefully you guys can see this pretty good. Okay. Okay. Let's see what we got. Set my little timer here. Okay. Again, this is a general reading for Leo, and you can take the first row is kind of some energies leading up to September 7th and to today, um, which is what, the 14th? I think we're on the 14th already, right? Yes. Um, and then you can kind of look as possibly the last three cards can be seen as the 14th through the 18th or a little bit after or before. Again, time is fluid. Take it how it resonates for you. Okay, so you have um, the Devil card in reverse. You have Two of Swords in reverse. You have the Universe upright. You have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. And you have the Knight of Wands in reverse. And you have the Chariot upright. Okay, Leo. So what I see leading up into this time frame is basically getting out of devil card energy, which is getting out of any type of um, overdoing it in certain areas, can be with addictions or lower frequency energies coming out of a time of rest, um, or taking a break with the Two of Swords reversed, which is very good. And the Universe card is in this deck is like the World card. Um, so talking about new beginnings, talking about chiseling, something from the ice to take form. In this card, you see for the Llewellyn deck is a bunch of icebergs, or structures of ice here, and you see a woman in the corner, who is almost like an angelic figure. So it's talking about your higher spirits or guardian angels, spirit guides, people who've passed on, if you believe in any of that, is watching over you. So that is beautiful. Um, and then with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, normally when the Two of Pentacles is upright, it can be talking about holding on to something too tightly. It can be holding on to money too tightly, to resources, your time, um, anything like sharing with others. So when it's in the reverse, it can be, talking about coming out of that energy, um, which is good. And hopefully, coming into more of a balance. And then when you have the Knight of Wands in reverse, it can talk about a little bit of a lack of movement. So you have all this movement here and coming out of three potentially not negative cards, but cards that are reminders of taking rest, or again, coming out of addictions, coming out of holding on too tightly to things, whether it's holding on to perspective too tightly or old way of doing things. So then, when you have the Knight of Pentacles, normally when it's upright, he's on a horse, he's moving forward. It could be a celebration because you have the reef around the wand that he's, holding outwards. So when it's in reverse, it can be talk about some stagnant energy or just a break from movement at this time, because you had so much that you were already moving out of some negative aspects there. And then you have the Chariot, which is great because that's movement again. The Chariot is traditionally a man in a chariot, with a horse pulled chariot. And in this deck, he's also in the water. Water is all about transformation, and it's a conduit for our emotions and our unconscious. So that's really beautiful. So hopefully, Leo, like I said, you'll be coming out of this energy into something really powerful that makes you confident, or makes the person you're dealing with confident, or the situation more confident here, and really getting things in motion. So I went ahead and shuffled the confirmation cards earlier as well. So I'll just go ahead and make my little pool, my little duck pond pool that I do, and I'll pull some cards for you real quick to just confirm any more insight that we can get for you, Leo. Just give me 1 second. Okay, let me pull these out of the way. Thank you so much for being patient, you guys. Okay, so you have the Justice card upright, the King of Swords upright, and you have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, Seven of Swords in reverse. Okay. So with the Justice card upright, confirming the Devil in reverse, and two the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Um, like I was saying, you're getting a balance between coming out of these energies, or the person you're dealing with, or the situation, coming out of these lower base energies, lower base desires. It could be lust, it could be addiction to drugs or food or alcohol or anything that's just, not in moderation. And then also coming out of that, holding on too tightly to something. So that's really good, So I do see, um, sorry, the lighting here. Ooh. When you see the Justice card, obviously it's all about the balancing of the scales, feeling a power. Oops, sorry, my music's too loud. Feeling a power of authority here, sitting on the throne. He's got the crown. He's had enlightenments over his head, with the color yellow for enlightenment. The crown is yellow. His cape is yellow. His scales are yellow. Red is obviously a power color and about confidence. And in this card, it's all about balance between those things. So, really nice, Leo. And then you have the King of Swords confirming the Four of Swords in reverse and the Knight of Wands in reverse. Okay, so with the King of Swords, he is a strong man or woman, just a man in the card, but no gender here. Um, who, okay, so swords are known for their connection with dealing with the intellect, right? So dealing with um, the mind. So he's able to, sorry, just ignore that. Um, he's able to cut through any of lingering doubts or bullshit or, obviously he got to be a king for a reason because he's able to make those hard decisions. And he's in touch with nature, he's in balance with nature. You see trees in the background, forests, clouds, birds, and he also has that yellow crown of enlightenment, what I was talking about with, you know, being able to use his mind in the positive aspects, not in the negative, where it gets like too much thinking. So this is upright. So this is like a good balance and a good, how do you say, confidence or good ability, like I said, to use that sword to cut through any lies or bullshit or, yeah, just to see clearly. So that's really nice when it's confirming um, the Four of Swords, because, like I said, when it's in the reverse, it's somebody coming out of this rest or this break time. Um, and, that could be why that the Knight of Wands is in reverse here, because it's slowly coming out of that break time, and then to some movement here when you have the Chariot upright and the World upright. Um, and so when you have the Seven of Swords in reverse, it can be talking about getting over some type of betrayal or lack of trust. So when the Seven of Swords card is upright, you see two people. It's supposed to be like, a parent and a child looking forward at all these swords and this person behind them, pushing them on the boat. So it looks like movement, but all they're focused on is this type of betrayal, or looking again at all these swords, which can be challenges or anxiety or something. Maybe they're not trusting the way he's going, but because it's in the reverse, it's coming out of that energy of coming out of the betrayal of which way they're going, or lack of trust. So, like, generally, Leo, I think that's really good. And like I said, with the chariot and the horse moving again, you almost have two horses in this card, because you have one underwater and one, coming up out of the water. So it's like double movement. Um, and obviously, the world card is all about the changing of the seasons, and like I said, new beginnings and chiseling things out of ice and having that protection from um, passed on loved ones or ancestral spirits or spirit guides, animals, whatever you just have that protection and that new growth, which is really beautiful. So some good cards, Leo. I'm gonna go ahead and pull you one or two oracle cards real quick. Um, let's do the fairy ones. I don't think I've done those on here yet, but let's try it. Okay. So give me a second here. I didn't pre-shuffle these because I wasn't sure I was going to use them. So give me 1 second. Up. Again, I hope everyone is doing well and having a good Monday or whatever day you decide to watch this or time. Okay, a few more shuffles. Whoa. I just want to fly out, man. Okay. Oh, get up in there. Okay. One more shuffle and then we're good. My ring stays on there. Okay. Okay. Additional advice, final advice for Leo for September 2nd through September 18th. Additional advice, final advice for Leo. September 7th through the 18th. Additional advice for Leo. September 7th through the 18th. Okay. You got Iris the Rainbows. Iris of the Rainbows. Okay. 1 second here. Alrighty, hold on. Okay. I'm gonna hold the card up and then do a quick summary of what they have here in the Oracle book. Okay. It's a really pretty card. It shows a fairy woman holding a wand, and there's several fairy creatures and a frog under her, and she's holding a rainbow coming out of the other hand. And she has like this blue and purple color to her. It's really interesting. These cards always kind of remind me of like the what is it? Harmonious Bosch, the famous painter. Because he has all those like weird little creatures and stuff. But anyway, okay, let's see what it says here. Hold on. There we go. Okay. It says Iris of the Rainbows, hope, promise for the future. Blue skies and rain are the realm of Iris, the rainbow fairy. She dwells at the meeting of air, the element of the mind, and water, the element of emotion. She sits, rainbow hued wings outspread, suspended in midair, potentially wrapped in her deep sky um, draperies and crowned with the iris blossoms. The fairy archer tips their arrows in her poignant handful of iridescent light. Wait. Okay, I know we're almost done. Wait. Sorry, Leo. Um, It says, beneath the rainbow fairy, the amphibious creatures of a wet earth crouch. The fairy frog maiden and the frog, anyone care to kiss him and see what happens, peer out from their shelter at the storm wrecked world while the shadowed sun is dimly seen above Iris's head. Sturdy pot-bellied gnomes, their toes rooted in the earth, sport sweeping whispers to prove their enlightenment to their single iris crowns, and while the playful, helpful fairy amphibians hold transparent rainbow filled globes for the rainbow fairy. Okay. In her hand, the light of heaven's bow, looks a fragile thing, yet it is the light of hope, the promise of healing and joy to come, and that is one of the most powerful things there is. Iris tells us that the light is breaking through our present darkness and that hope is a powerful factor in speeding up this process. She does not promise that the storm is over, nor does she say that it will never storm again, but she does say that there is brightness and beauty there. She also tells us that there is something to be gained by this passage through the storm, and the sooner we learn what it is, the sooner the storm will end. Always, a passage through the storm is a time of potential growth, a time to allow the dead wood of the past to be blown away to make room for the green shoots of new growth. Shoots of new growth. At this point, it is useful to ask ourselves what we still need to release and to look after protecting and nurturing the seeds we have planted. Iris suggests that the cultivation of patience may also be helpful at this time. The storm is breaking up. Are we ready for the change? If we are presently frogs, the fairies say the time for our transformation, foretold by the rainbow, may be at hand. Then when we shall be kissed by the light of the sun and discover that if we are still frogs or if we have become something much more. And there's a quote here. It says, winged female fairies are the soul's messengers, representing the spirit free from the mundane. They are creatures of inspiration and transcendence, flying between the worlds, between heaven and earth, between the body and soul. All right. That is very beautiful, Leo. Um, so I'm going to go ahead and end here, you guys, and then pick back up with Virgo, hopefully in a few minutes. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please like and hit the subscribe button so you can get notified when I put out new videos. And again, I hope everyone is well and take care, and I'll see you later. All right, bye.